The first part of the film opens with three distinct married couples' lives being shown to us. Antonio and Anna are the initial pair. They appear to be experiencing some relationship problems as they get ready to go to dinner with their couple pals. Antonio is messaging someone in private in the bathroom, while Anna is, for no apparent reason, glancing at her phone before pulling off her underwear. After that, we go on to Eduardo and Blanca, the second pair. They recently got married and are infatuated with one another. They appear to be in a romantic mood. Finally, there is Alfonso, the surgeon, and Eva, the therapist, at a different home. They are cooking supper because they are the ones hosting tonight, and they appear to be a little older than the previous two couples. Their views on raising their 17-year-old daughter, Sofia, diverge, particularly in light of Eva's discovery of condoms in her luggage. Alfonso believes Sofia should be allowed to explore, but Eva thinks otherwise, and their relationship is strained as a result. These three couples are close friends, as we find out in the next scene. It's going to be a night full of fun, love, and maybe a few surprises when they all decide to get together and celebrate the lunar eclipse. First to arrive at Eva and Alfonso's residence with a handmade lunch are Antonio and Anna. Blanca and Eduardo then join in. Eduardo is lured to Eva's attractive earrings as the couples get together and enjoy some wine. After that, they inquire about Pepe, their seventh friend. They believe Pepe is quite fortunate and are especially interested in Lucila, his new lover, and are excited to meet her. Their joy wanes though when they learn that Pepe is attending the party alone and that Lucila, his fiancée, is unable to attend because of a fever. They all settle down to eat after exchanging a few words regarding Pepe's girlfriend. They discuss a variety of topics, one of which being how occasionally they have problems understanding one another. They are also talking about how a text message sent on a phone is making things difficult for a person they know. The woman is finding out that her husband is cheating on her, which is practically ruining her life and causing her family to come apart. Different couples believe that the woman should take responsibility for checking her husband's phone, while other couples blame the male for carelessness and believe he should have deleted the message. Eduardo and Eva, the therapist, argue that cell phones are like little black boxes that hold the darkest secrets of life. They think they're so dangerous that they can break up couples. Anna concurs with Eva and says that her husband Antonio even takes his phone to the restroom and never displays it to her. Antonio places his phone on the table in an attempt to show his wife that he is not hiding anything from her. He has everyone's backing, saying they are all good friends who don't have any secrets from one another. Soon after, as things begin to grow monotonous, Blanca makes the decision to inject some humor into the proceedings. She proposes a game wherein each person must place their phone on the dining room table and share any messages or calls they get with the group while they are eating. Most of them are hesitant to play the game at first, but in an attempt to appear as though they have nothing to conceal, they finally give in and set their phones down on the table. A sudden, powerful wind comes through the home just as they are about to finish their dinner, knocking the vase to the floor and causing a ruckus. When the dogs start fighting outside, they see an accident on the street below and the eclipse starting to form. All of a sudden, everybody becomes insane. They get back to the dinner table, and a little while later, Sofia, the daughter of Eva, and Alfonso arrives, greets everyone, and pulls her father aside. She requests some cash from Alfonso before leaving for her friend's party. Eduardo receives a flirtatious SMS at that moment from an unknown number, shocking his wife Blanca with its provocative subject line, "I desire your body." The couple fights as a result, and to make things worse, Eduardo gets a call out of the blue from an unknown number. They are shocked to learn that Alfonso, who was merely attempting to pull a practical joke on Eduardo, is the true caller and messenger when he is made to answer it. They resume the game after resolving that. A few couples bring up their personal matters at the dinner table, asking Eva why she didn't go to her husband for the surgery. Then, Alfonso reveals that Eva's father despises him and believes he is a bad surgeon. He maintains that Eva's father wants his daughter to have the greatest surgeon possible. When Antonio eventually goes outside with Pepe to smoke, they happen to see a partial lunar eclipse. According to Antonio, this type of eclipse portended a dire situation. They all vanished overnight, according to me and belief, which also holds that it messes with time and causes things that shouldn't happen. However, Antonio admits that's not really what he wants to communicate. He has a female acquaintance who sends him filthy images at 10 o'clock every night. He wants Pepe to assist him since he is concerned Anna could find out. Since they are both using the same brand of phone, Antonio even offers switching them. Despite Antonio's assurance that Pepe is unmarried and that no one will care, Pepe is not delighted with the notion and feels that the photo will come to him instead. Antonio makes a tearful plea, but Pepe appears reluctant to assist and retreats inside. Later, as everyone is seated around the dinner table once more, calls, texts, and messages begin to arrive. While everyone's attention is focused on Alfonso due to Anna's unintentional wine spill, Antonio surreptitiously switches his phone with Pepe's. Not even Pepe knows what is going on. Everyone knows. Soon after, Pepe receives a notice on his newly switched phone, and naturally, it contains the obscene photo Antonio's pal sent him on WhatsApp. Pepe is left with no option but to act as though the photo belongs to him, now that he is aware of what Antonio done. Unaware that it's not even Pepe's phone, they all laugh heartily and chastise him for it. Next, Pepe's old phone, which Antonio now uses, buzzes, and he receives a text from Lucio, who merely wants to know how Antonio is doing. Pepe becomes quite upset and nervous after reading this text, and Antonio tells them that the man is someone he works with. Pepe takes off when Antonio is instructed to respond to the text immediately, complaining about how these phones are ruining their lives and violating their privacy. His unexpected outburst startles everyone. They all ultimately choose not to reply to Lucio's text. Then Eva receives a message from a senior retirement community offering discounts and services. Antonio finds this offensive because his mother is elderly and resides with his family. While he acknowledges that his mother can be difficult at times, he is opposed to putting her in a retirement community. The couples all decide to observe the blood moon eclipse from the balcony in an attempt to lighten the mood. After taking in the lovely scenery for a time, they decide to use Blanca's phone to snap a group photo. Strangely, everyone in the picture disappears as Blanca takes it, and Alfonso barely has time to change his clothing. Unfortunately, Eduardo becomes enraged and envious when Blanca receives some texts from her ex just before they take the second photo. Blanca, however, is able to diffuse the situation before it gets too heated by explaining that her ex is in a new relationship and wants her assistance. Antonio jokes that he needs a therapist rather than an ex-girlfriend and ends up asking Blanca for her ex Eva's phone number. Following that, Sofia gives her father, Alfonso, a call, during which she admits that her father was the one who had previously provided her with those protections. She says Alfonso has told her to always make the right choice and to watch out for the bad guys in the world. After hearing how Alfonso handles his difficult daughter with reverse psychology, even Eva starts to learn something when the daughter tells Alfonso that Eva never listens to her. Next, on Pepe's phone, Antonio receives another text from Lucio. Since he is the one holding the phone, he chooses to respond this time. He informs Lucio that he and his friends are attending a party. After sending the text, Antonio is compelled to answer Lucio's call, which changes the course of events. All of a sudden, Lucio is yelling and insisting that they are dating. Everyone is astonished and believes Antonio might be gay, not realizing that Pepe is the owner of the phone. In an attempt to defuse the situation, Antonio claims that Lucio and he always work together at work, and that despite Lucio's attempts to reject him, Lucio starts to develop affections for him every day. He looks at Pepe several times, but as he explains, things become confusing. At that moment, Lucio texts again, seeming much more frantic than before, stating, "I miss your kisses." Both his friend Eduardo and his wife Anna become agitated and rude, because Antonio and he were close friends throughout their adolescence and often shared a shower and slept together. Eduardo feels this way even if he is unaware of Antonio's sexual orientation. Afterwards, things are becoming very tense in the room when Eduardo's phone rings. A man is inquiring if Eduardo's girlfriend appreciated the earrings he sent over the phone. Eduardo tries to break off the talk, but it's too late. It's been heard by everybody. Blanca is shocked by this because she doesn't even have her ears pierced, and she never wears jewelry. When Alfonso hears this, he instantly glances at Eva's earrings even though he has never given them to her. He becomes aware that something is wrong behind him. In the midst of their furious dispute, Eduardo's phone illuminates once more with the name Lola. Things suddenly take a dramatic turn as Lola announces that she recently became pregnant with Eduardo's child. Blanca moves quickly to seize the phone. When Blanca finds out, she goes utterly insane. She locks herself in the bathroom because she is so shocked and broken. Eva abruptly pulls Eduardo aside, shows him to another room, takes off her earrings and returns them to him. The earrings Eduardo purchased were actually for Eva, and it turns out that they had been conducting a covert affair. Anna notices what Antonio is doing and immediately goes to talk to him when he comes up to the living room to check on Anna's phone. She is shocked to learn that a man on her Facebook is curious as to whether she has removed her underwear. According to Anna, this Facebook buddy is just some random person she has never met and hardly knows. She maintains that it's just a virtual friendship. Anna is forced to take down her skirt by Antonio as he snaps and demands to know if she is now wearing underwear. The two engage in a chase around the home when Anna declines to comply or tell him. By following Antonio's wishes in the end, she shows all the couples that she is only wearing a skirt that night. Following that, she departs, mocking Antonio's homosexuality as she goes. Here is when Pepe finally comes out as gay, admitting that he and not Antonio are the ones who are gay. Pepe proceeds to inform everybody about Antonio's insistence that they swap phones. After that, he tells them he's afraid their odd behaviors and emotions could harm him, so he won't ever introduce Lucio, who he had fooled everyone into thinking was Lucilla. Later on, Blanca exits the restroom, declares that the game was excellent and that it truly put everything right, throws off her wedding ring, and walks away. Because of what Eduardo did to his wife, Alfonso is still extremely angry. Following his threat to kill Eduardo if he goes back there, he smacks him across the face. After telling Ava that he was going to bed, Pepe and Antonio both head out for the evening. Moments later, Ava, who feels bad for letting this game be played in the house, steps outdoors to the balcony, where we can view the full blood moon eclipse. This is the point at which she ultimately chooses to expose the root of their issues to the traffic below. Abruptly, a strong wind reappears to pound her home. She climbs back up when the wind stops and discovers that the moon has fully emerged from its eclipse and is now brilliantly visible in the sky. Ava returns inside the house, confused, and closes the door. Surprisingly though, she sees her husband and all of her friends making a reappearance and continuing to enjoy supper as if nothing had occurred. Checking her husband's shirt as she sits next to him, Eva finds that the previously spilled wine has left it clean. Up until Pepe offers that they play this phone game, she has no idea what is going on because everything seems to be going smoothly. When Ava notices this, she tells the couple that she dropped her phone on the street below out of concern that the tragedy may occur again. Pepe declares that they will not play the game, claiming that it is everyone or no one, since they all believe Ava is acting strangely due of her phone. They had no idea how appreciative Ava is to have been allowed to travel back in time following the event that ruined their friendships. That's also how the film concludes. Life, with all of its secrets and enigmas, goes on as usual, but the truth stays buried. We really hope you enjoyed today's recap of The Perfect Strangers. Please leave a comment below of what you loved about the movie and why. Be sure to like the video, and please don't forget to support our channel by subscribing so you don't miss any amazing content. Until next time, lights, camera, action. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.